Good evening, everyone. Good evening. A very warm welcome.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Pete, so I see people are just joining in, but we'll get started. So today we are discussing business analysis in the entertainment industry. So our Friday classes usually consists of focus on a particular domain, and we learn about the applications, various applications used in that particular domain. Okay, so today we also have some YouTube subscribers joining us. So very warm welcome for people who are logging in from YouTube and seeing this live stream. We are going to focus on the entertainment industry and how, as a business analyst, you can contribute in these industries and what kind of applications you'll be exposed. So you will see a glimpse of all of that. So that we don't have any disturbances, I'm just muting for the time being, and then I'll take question and answer for this. Okay, so let's get started. When we talk about entertainment industry, what exactly do we mean? Now, entertainment industry includes all the companies and professionals who are involved in creating, producing, distributing, and monetizing content that people watch, listen, or interact with. Okay. So it's not only the production companies, don't think about it only about the production companies, but there is an entire chain, right? So we have the production companies, we have the distribution units, the distributors, and other people who monetize that particular content. And of course, since it's entertainment, the content that we are talking about is purely made for entertainment purposes. Okay. So we, or as consumers, are also a part of that particular chain. Remember that. So this can include, when we talk about entertainment, it can include movies, TV shows, music, OTT platforms, live events and concerts. Yes, we are considering that also. Games and esports, digital media content like YouTube or podcasts. So anything that's created for entertainment purposes forms a part of the content that we are discussing in the entertainment industry. So that's pretty much what the domain that we are talking about. And we'll slowly now get into the different types of applications that you will encounter when you start working as a business analyst in the entertainment domain. Has anyone here previously worked on the entertainment domain, guys? Switch on your cameras, guys. Let me see you. Has anyone else worked in entertainment domain? Have you worked on any of the applications? No. So it's pretty new. As I walk you through the application, there might be some applications that you might have worked on. So you will get an idea what we are talking about. So let's go there. Let me share the screen. Some typical applications that you find in the entertainment industry. Number one, the content management systems. Now, content management systems are not only used in entertainment. There is a whole bunch of industries that use content management system, the retail industry, the manufacturing industry, banking industries. But here we are talking about entertainment, and let's see how entertainment industry uses the content management systems. This industry uses content management system to upload, store, or organize their media files, like the videos, the audio files, the images, and the metadata. So that forms the central repository. Okay. Couple of examples are given over there, which are widely used in the industry. These are the content management system examples given which is used by the entertainment industry. We have Brightcove, Kaltura, and Adobe Experience Manager. Number two, digital rights management system. Now, digital rights management system, as the name suggests, what does it mean? It means this is a system that helps protect their content from piracy or unauthorized access. Everybody understands piracy? How movie piracy and everything is done? Unauthorized access. So when they use a digital rights management system, that can be protected, their content can be protected. And some of the examples are again given. We have Google, we have Apple, we have Microsoft systems that help them for digital rights management. Then we have video streaming platforms. Video streaming platforms, which are applications that allow the user to stream or download content online, often with a subscription-based model. Okay, and this is something that we all have used, right? Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, Hotstar, Spotify for music. Are you guys aware of these names? And what do you actually mean by streaming content? What does the word streaming content mean to you? Yeah, you can unmute and say. What does that mean? When I say these are applications that are used to stream content, what does the word stream mean?
Netflix and yeah, hello ma'am, I'm Qasim. So what is the streaming? What I understood is the live content what they produce on platforms like YouTube and podcasts. So this is like a latest buzz. I mean, what I understood. So that is also having a copyrights. So that is what is streaming.
Okay. Who else can give us more insights on streaming content? What do you mean by the word stream? Come on, check up.
Live streaming.
Anything that's sort of like a live video or anything like that. That's
that happened on YouTube video
application.
Now IPL is happening.
Yes, correct. Got it. So that as consumers, we are aware of these applications. So video streaming platforms that you have, whether you have a subscription with Netflix or Amazon Prime, that's again an application that you're using. Okay. Then event booking. Take a look at this. Event booking and ticketing systems. And this is also another application that you have definitely encountered, because we have Book My Show, where we book movies or concert tickets and view the schedules. So Book My Show, Ticketmaster, Paytm Movies, all of this are used for movie booking or event bookings, you know. So if you see, two of the platforms you guys are already familiar with how it works. Then we have ad management platforms. Ad management platforms are used by content creators to manage advertising. So Google Ads Manager is their, Facebook Ads Manager, and DoubleClick. Now this, of course, because you're not managing ads, so you might not be familiar with, but all of those ads, when you might be watching some other content on YouTube and a particular ad of a new movie trailer just pops in, all of that is done through Google Ad Manager. So that's done by the content creators, by the production company to promote their content. Then we have the content distribution systems. Now, these content distribution systems deliver content to various platforms and devices through cloud. Okay. And some of the examples are given here. Amazon CloudFront, we have Fastly, we have Akamai. These are content distribution systems via which the content is delivered to various platforms and devices. Then we have the talent and contract management systems. Now, these are used by production companies to manage actors and the contracts and the shoot schedules. Okay. So there's a lot of planning that goes in making a movie or a series and things like that, right? So the schedules, the shoot schedules and the actors' availability and the other people who are, the supporting people, their availability, everything is managed by this talented contract management system. Okay. Then we have analytics and viewer insight tools. This is used to analyze the viewer's behavior and content performance, thereby improving the user's experience. Most of you must be remembering the instance where I have mentioned several times that, when you're watching a Netflix movie, suppose you're watching a horror movie and you finish the movie and you log off from Netflix. The next time you log in, Netflix tries to show similar kind of movies which you watched last. It remembers the pattern. So it understands users' behavior. It understands the user's likes, dislikes, and tries to promote the content that the user might like more. So that's done by the analytics tool, which is continuously analyzing what exactly is the type of content that we are viewing in their platform. Okay. And then we have the mobile and smart TV apps. Okay, companies often have apps for iOS, Android to distribute their content. Okay. Now, having said these particular applications, I hope you guys are noting this. Let me just quickly, briefly run through it in case you have not noted it while I was explaining. Number one, content management systems. Number two, digital rights management system. Video streaming platforms, event booking and ticketing systems, ad management platforms, and content distribution systems. Talent and contract management systems, analytics and viewer insight tools, and mobile and smart TV apps. Okay, so these are a couple of applications that are used in the entertainment industry. Okay, and when you are applying for the job role of a business analyst, where they are looking for someone to be deployed in one of their projects from media and entertainment, then these are the bunch of applications that you should be at least having a high-level overview about that what is used in the entertainment industry. Now, I'll familiarize you with a cloud-based platform that...
Ma'am, I'm Qasim. I have a question.
Hold on. I'll familiarize you with a cloud-based platform which is called as ServiceNow, and how ServiceNow will be primarily used for by entertainment industry to manage their end-to-end workflow. Okay, so if you do a quick Google and ServiceNow, you will get a loads of information on that. What is ServiceNow? It's a cloud-based platform, and let's see what exactly it does. Number one, as the name suggests, it's used for IT service management. And I'll tell you what is IT service management. It is primarily used for IT service management, and it also offers workflow automation, customer service, HR, security. Okay, these things are integrated in it. Let me just show you. Let's dig deeper into IT service management so that we understand in detail. IT service management primarily includes managing incidents, incident tickets that are raised by the IT teams. So companies like Disney, Netflix, or Sony have large internal IT teams. ServiceNow helps them manage these incidents. What are incident tickets? Anyone aware of incident tickets?
Yeah, it's like a service request. If you have any issues or anything like that, it's a platform for you to put in a request, so the concerned team can take a look at it.
Correct. So like as a user, if you also call up their support team and say that, okay, I'm trying to access your portal, but this is the error that I'm constantly getting. what the support team does is they raise a ticket, which is called the incident ticket, and they raise that service request. And as soon as the ticket is raised, it's passed on to the tech team who can look into it and apply a fix to it if there is an issue. So incidents example is given. Suppose a content editor system just crashes. Service request for editing software access. Change request, system updates before a live concert stream. So in terms of service management, there are different types of requests that are received by the team. Incidents, which are like it's more like troubleshooting. A particular issue happened and the tech team has to see to it that it's up and running again. Service request can be, I don't have access to this particular module, so please give me access. Change request can be, please add a new link or a feature here in this workflow because we want to do ABC. Okay, change request, small change request. And asset tracking, where you are managing software licenses. So a use case here that's given that gives you clarity about this. Production team in Los Angeles raises an incident for VPN issues while accessing footage stored in cloud servers. IT support logs it and resolves it using ServiceNow. So ServiceNow now has an entire workflow, guys, where you can, from the time the ticket is created till the time the ticket is resolved and closed, it can be monitored. Okay. And if there is any delay in resolution of the ticket gets escalated to the next level. All of that can be configured, whatever you want to do with that particular. So it has an entire life cycle till the time it is actually closed. Okay. So cloud-based platforms like ServiceNow make it very easy to see to it that the incidents that are reported by the customer are constantly tracked, monitored till the time it's closed. So there are SLAs given to these tickets and they are closed on a timely basis. Second, IT operations management. Streaming platforms and media companies have massive data. This we all know. They have massive data. Now, operations management helps them monitor the health of the server, the performance of the applications, outage response, and auto routing of issues to the right team. Okay. So there are data centers and the cloud infrastructure operations are completely monitored using this module in ServiceNow. So that there is a team constantly looking at the health of the server, what's the performance of the application. That's the reason you'll see our streaming platforms, they have loads of content, right? Netflix, whether it's Netflix or Hotstar or it's Amazon Prime, loads of content. But we have never encountered a situation when it's completely crashed, right? Because there is a team and there is a software that helps them monitor the server performance, the performance of the application, and any likely outages that can occur, and auto routing of the issues. See, ServiceNow automatically detects a performance dip in a server that delivers live cricket streams and alerts the infrastructure team in real time. So let's say there's a live cricket stream going on, and this software ServiceNow can automatically detect a performance dip. That means if the application is not able to efficiently stream it and there is some kind of a lag. You might have experienced that in a live stream also. When somebody is talking, there is a lag. So there is a dip in the performance of the server. So this software can automatically alert the infrastructure team on real time to take a look at it before the live stream dies down. Then we have the customer service management. Now, companies like Netflix, Hotstar use ServiceNow to manage customer issues and inquiries, also track service level SLAs, and integrate chatbot responses with agent support. Okay, so that's a customer service management, wherein the customer has a particular inquiry. ServiceNow application can be used because it also has an integrated chatbot that responds to customers' issues and inquiries. A user unable to stream a movie raises a complaint. Example is given. The ticket is automatically created and routed via ServiceNow to the correct support queue. That means they don't need to have a support assistant, an agent sitting there to raise the complaint, raise the ticket in the software. A user just simply chats with a bot saying that, yeah, I was watching this movie, but I couldn't complete it. And ABC was the error that I got. And that error description is automatically taken, and a ticket is raised based on that error description and is routed to the correct support queue. So ServiceNow, it's all configured there. When the company starts using ServiceNow, it's all configured which queue, what kind of ticket has to be sent to. Then we have project and portfolio management. Media companies run multiple projects like app enhancements, studio upgrades. This also, again, most of you already know. Many times when we start our Netflix or when we start Hotstar, it says that, upgrade is in progress. So for these upgrades, ServiceNow helps companies plan and prioritize projects, assign team members, and track budgets and timelines. So their internal project management is done also using ServiceNow. Whenever they are planning to bring some enhancement to the apps that the consumers are using, they can plan, prioritize the projects, everything, track the budgets here in project management software. An example, a project to launch a new recommendation engine on the OTT app is tracked and monitored through ServiceNow. Then we have HR service delivery. Entertainment companies manage a mix of full-time employees and freelancers. This we already know. So they are contractual employees and full-time employees. So this HR module, just like the HR modules that we have in other companies, this again manages onboarding of new employees, giving them access requests, access to various applications, and handling any policy queries on the self-service portal. A new use case, a new video editor is hired for a short-term project. Their system access, email ID tools are provisioned automatically via ServiceNow workflow. Again, it's so brilliant, guys. You don't need the HR to run around and talk to several teams, please create his email address. So there was a time, long back when I was in the corporate world, as soon as a new employee is onboarded, the HR runs across several departments. She coordinates with the tech support to get the new email ID of the new employee and get the system access all configured and get him a new laptop and see to it that all the tools are provisioned. But now this is completely automated using ServiceNow workflows. Okay. So those were a list of applications that are a part of ServiceNow. Like I said, when you are preparing for an interview where they are going to interview you for a project in the entertainment industry, ServiceNow is frequently asked. Okay. Now, you might not be having in-depth knowledge of ServiceNow because you have never used it as application, but you should at least know the different modules that are a part of ServiceNow and what it's capable of. That was the reason in today's presentation. I put in ServiceNow because it's widely used. ServiceNow is widely used across the entertainment industry because it's primarily created. It's a cloud-based platform primarily created to cater to the various needs of the entertainment industry, and it's for all these streaming platforms and all. So you can get extensive information about this on the internet, but definitely keep in mind the modules that I spoke about. These are exactly the modules that you can talk about in your interview. So to give the interviewer a better confidence that even though you might not have worked on ServiceNow, but you know at least what these modules are, and you are open to learning, So most of the companies, if they're looking for domains like entertainment, they do not insist a domain expert over there. A high level overview of that domain is enough for you to get into those projects.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
How widely, this might be very basic because I'm not from IT. How basically it's different from any of the ERP modules like SAP and all that, because they have some similar features, right?
It is very, very similar.
Like the workflow management SAP use, it's the same.
It is very much similar. Your question is very much valid. But ServiceNow is predominantly used in the entertainment industry because it has, if you see, it has specific modules created for that streaming content. SAP and all can be widely used across different companies, right? So it's built on the same lines to manage the automate the workflow and everything. It's a similar kind of a platform, you can say. Yes, and Kasim, you had a question.
Yes, ma'am. So what is my question is, so we have these news related industry also, regarding the media channels and all. So that is also included in the same category, or do we have to consider it as a different segment or something?
No. It can be considered.
Okay.
Any more questions, guys?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. So today's practicals is more about use case writing. Okay, so we'll focus on that, use case writing. And the use case writing that we will do is actually a little bit of an old format of use case writing, but we have found that some companies still use this old format of use case writing. So remember, first of all, this is not user story. Okay, what you're learning is not user story. It's use case writing, something we used to do 10 years ago. And slowly we saw that vanishing from the industry. But there has been some companies who are still using the older use case method of writing requirements. So we will see that, because in case this is asked in your interviews, then you don't have to worry because it's already covered for you. Let's get into the use case writing. And let's take a very simple example for everyone to understand use cases. Now, use cases typically describe how a user interacts with the system. So that's the first thing that you need to write. Use cases describe how a user interacts with the system. And a use case has several components. So we are learning the textual way of writing a use case. There is also a diagrammatic way in which use cases are created. We are not looking at any diagrams today. We are looking at the textual format of use case. So look at the different sections in which the use case has to be completed. What has to be added in a use case? So we are taking a very simple example of an ATM cash withdrawal. Okay. So let's say you are a BA who is working for this bank and you are helping the bank build a new ATM software. And withdraw cash is one of the modules in that software. Now, you are the BA, so obviously the use case for withdraw cash will also be written by you. So these are the things that will go as part of the content for the use case. Of course, it starts with the use case name. Use case names typically start with a verb-noun combination. So don't write a lengthy sentence. Just write withdraw cash. Withdraw is the verb, cash is the noun. Who is the actor? Who is the main user? So actor is the bank's customer, right? And the system is our ATM machine. What is the goal of the use case? Very, very important. The goal of the use case is to allow the customer to withdraw a specific amount of cash from their account. So I want each one of you to note down these components, because I will be just giving you an activity where you will be writing it. So write down the elements. It starts with a use case name, then an actor, then a system, and then the goal. The goal is what you want to accomplish, to allow customer to withdraw a specific amount from their account. Now, after these 4 components, the main section of the use case comes, which we call as the main flow or the basic scenario. It's also called the happy flow, okay? Because this is a positive condition. It does not include negative checks. So it starts off by, our main flow starts with customer inserts ATM card into the machine, system prompts for PIN, customer enters a valid PIN, system validates the PIN and shows the main menu, customer selects withdraw cash option, system asks for the amount, and the customer enters the amount to withdraw. Now, system performs a list of checks. As soon as the customer enters the amount, system checks if the sufficient funds are available in the customer's account. ATM has enough cash to dispense. If all the checks pass, system debits the account, dispenses the cash, and prints the transaction receipt. Customer collects the cash and receipt, and system ejects the card and ends the session. This is the end-to-end flow. If you see, the steps are written in the format, user system format. Remember this. It's always user system. That's how you need to write a use case flow. For every action that the user performs, there is a response from the system, which you have to write. When the customer inserts the card, what does the system do? The system prompt for PIN. Customer enters the PIN. What does the system do? System validates the PIN. Okay. So remember this. This is how you write the flow. You simply need to remember what happens as step by step in that ATM withdrawal module, and just document it in a stepwise way. Now this becomes the main flow. Then we have something called as alternate flows. So write this down, alternate flows. What are alternate flows? Alternate flows are flows where the system might have deviated from the main flow. Remember, the main flow is the positive flow I've told you. So alternate flows are flows where the system might have deviated, and it might have encountered an error. Because of that, it deviated, some incorrect entry, whatever. So if you take a note of this, here, step number 3, customer enters a valid PIN. So we are assuming that the customer enters a valid PIN, because this is a positive flow, guys. In positive flow, we never think about anything wrong happening. So step number 3, there is a possibility that the customer enters an invalid PIN. That's the reason here I mentioned 3A, which means it's referring to step number 3 of the flow, indicating invalid PIN. That means if the customer has entered an invalid PIN, system will allow 3 attempts to enter correct PIN. After 3 failed attempts, system retains the card and ends the session. Okay, that is 3A. Now 8A, let's go to step number 8. Step number 8 in the main flow, if you see, system checks if sufficient funds are available in the customer's account. So let's say there are insufficient funds. Then what does the system do? System shows an error message, insufficient balance, and asks user to enter a lower amount or cancel the transaction. Then we have 8B, where there is a second check in step number 8. ATM has enough cash to dispense. 8B, ATM out of cash. System shows an error, unable to process. Please try another ATM. Transaction is cancelled and the card is returned. So these are alternate flows, which means alternate flows are written keeping in mind the main flow. Anywhere in the main flow, you, as a BA, you feel there might be a deviation because of a specific condition, you can indicate the step number for the main flow and write an alternate flow. And finally, we end the use case using post conditions. Post conditions are at the end of the use case, once the customer has successfully executed this use case, what should have happened? What is the goal that you are aiming to achieve? The account of the customer will be debited, cash is dispensed, and transaction is logged for audit and tracking. So these are post conditions. Post withdrawal, what are the actions to be performed? Okay, so keep these sections in mind, because we are going to write a use case from our entertainment industry itself, because that is one domain that we are focusing on today, right? So I just brought in a very simple use case for you to understand. Now I'm going to give you an activity where you will write a use case. You go to breakout rooms and write a use case on a similar format and come back to the main room and we'll discuss. Okay. Before we start that, take a note of this different components of a use case. Use case name, actor, system, goal. Write it down. Otherwise, you will not know the sequence. Write it down in a piece of paper. Main flow, where you write user system format. Alternate flow, the next section. After the main flow comes the alternate flows. And then the post condition. Post condition is the last section of the use case, after which you end the use case. Any questions on this use case format, guys? Any questions? Anything that you did not understand? So are we good to get started with the activity? Great. So then let's do that. As an activity, what I want you to do is, just let me bring up that file. You will be writing a use case flow for Book My Show. Okay. It will help you understand, identify use case flows from a real web application. So the application that we have to write the use case flow is Book My Show. Now, when you go to Book My Show, there are several modules where you can search for movies and all of that. We are not going to focus on all those modules. Booking a movie ticket is the flow that we are going to write. Okay. And I've already told you what are the different components that you have to write in your use case. So you can open a blank Word document, and I'll share this also in the chat window so that you can get started writing it. In the breakout rooms, you can discuss with each other, take inputs from each other. The best way to write this is to create an account. If you don't have an account in Book My Show, create an account, temporary account, and then select any one movie and write the flow for that. What are the step-by-step navigation you're seeing? You don't need to go and purchase that movie, but you will be able to see the step-by-step navigation right till the end where you have to make the payment. So that will be your closure of that particular use case, remember. Okay, so you will be able to actually analyze a web application. Some of you might be very familiar with Book My Show, but some of you might be using it for the first time. So you'll be able to analyze that application. Even though you don't know the flow, you will be able to write the flow. That itself will give you clarity about how these user flows have to be documented. Okay. So I'll send you in breakout rooms for some time, in some time, and I will share this document also in the chat window. Viewers from YouTube, we will log off right now from YouTube so that our students can start writing these activities. Each one of you also can complete this activity and email it to us so that you get better confidence on use cases. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for